While the communists had overthrown the government, they still had many opponents and didn't control the whole of Russia. Civil war broke out as opposition groups called the Whites tried to overthrow the communists or Reds. Angered at Russia's withdrawal from the war and fearing the spread of communism, the Allies supported the Whites. Learning of a plan by the Whites to rescue the Tsar, the Reds moved the imperial family to Siberia and then to the Urals, where they were all shot on the night of July the 16th, 1918. The Civil War was a series of uncoordinated battles. General Kolchak attacked from the east in the spring of 1919. In late spring, General Denikin launched an offensive in the west. Yudenich attacked from the north in the summer of 1919. Next came the Poles in April 1920. The final attack came from the south in June 1920, led by General Wrangel. Under Trotsky's lead, the Red Army defeated each attack and eventually won the war. During the Civil War, Lenin introduced an economic policy known as war communism. Workers were forced to take on particular jobs, and food was strictly rationed. Crops were seized without payment. This kept the Red Army going, but led to widespread poverty and famine. In 1921, 5 million Russians starved to death. War communism was a failure, and a new economic policy was introduced in March 1921, which contained elements of capitalism. Peasants were free to sell their excess grain, and there was private ownership of factories and shops. Trade unions and strikes were allowed, and foreign investment encouraged. In 1923, the country was declared the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or USSR. After a stroke and year-long illness, Lenin died on January the 21st, 1924, at the age of 53. Without his leadership and determination, the new communist nation would not have survived. Lenin's embalmed body was put on public display so that everyone could pay their respects to the founder of Soviet Russia. On Lenin's death, a raging power battle erupted between Joseph Stalin and Leon Trotsky, the outcome of which would direct the future for Russia and for communism.